Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, this is another scene for Darkness in Dublin, the vampire venue. Once again, we find ourselves in the Indigo Bar within the Clontarf Castle Hotel. But tonight, we are meeting a new face. One that hasn't been seen in Dublin yet. And I will let you do your own intro.
So, um, in my mind, the way that this plays out is, in I'm not sure. Is there a in front of the bar? Does it have windows to the outside?
The actual bar itself does not face the outside, it's on the interior of the
The
hotel.
interior of the hotel. Okay. And would Katja be inside the bar itself?
Yes, she would be sitting inside the bar waiting on Emily,
Okay.
as she has
So,
some rather unfortunate news to deliver.
so you said that security was rather heavy, rather.
Yes, but as long as, they would know using Aura Sight
Mm-hmm.
if you are kindred when you approach, so they would
Right.
stop you briefly,
Mm-hmm.
ask if you are here to go to the bar or if there's some other reason,
Okay.
and then one of them would escort you in.
I see.
I will, you know what, I'm just gonna do it because I can,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pop up her blood siblings overlay.
Open the book. Might need it. Okay.
This is the fellow that greets you and takes you inside.
So what he sees is a rather short woman standing about maybe 5 foot, 5'1", 5'2". Um, oh well, at this point, she's probably not. She's wearing. She might be like 5'7" because she's wearing rather large heels. Um, Designer, of course. She's wearing a, a black strappy dress that hugs all of her curves and everything like that. Her hair is done up nicely. Her makeup is flawless. She's wearing this beautiful red shade of lipstick. She has auburn hair and blue eyes. And she walks up to this gentleman and says, "Good evening. I'm here for the bar."
Of course, miss.
Um,
I will give you a little hint. Castile is quite tall. He has huge size. He stands about 6'10".
wow. So he's buys all of his suits tailored. I see. Um,
Yes. He
um,
would extend an arm to
um,
escort you into the building.
right. My man is would he be allowed in as well? And behind her, when she pulls up in a really nice luxury SUV, black tinted windows, like more legal, like illegally black tinted windows. There's a man sitting behind the wheel of the car. He has glasses on. He's dressed in a designer suit, with black hair. He
He's
gets
welcome
out.
to join you once the car is parked.
I see. Appreciate that. And she just flashes a grin. And she'll take his arm and walk inside.
He is unnaturally cold. Even for a kindred, he is extremely cold.
She doesn't seem to flinch at that.
He would then lead her back and into the bar where this woman is sitting at the bar with a what appears to be whiskey in her hand.
And she sees the same thing. This woman, the woman walks very seductively, more hip than anything. She swings her hips like she knows that she has them, um, and she sidles up to the bar and takes a seat. Are they um, chairs with like really tall legs?
Yes.
Okay, and so she'll plop herself down on one and kind of put her arms on the bar and interlace her fingers and like put them underneath her chin and look at the woman and say good evening. Um, I'm new in town and I was wondering what's what the goings on are amongst
Oh, heavens. I'm going
individuals.
to go ahead and aura sight her real quick.
Okay. I'm not sure if there's a contested role for that. Is it
No.
aspects? Okay.
Yeah. Do, do, do. Admittedly, though, her empathy is garbage.
Yeah.
Yep, nope, she doesn't see anything because,
um.
she does not botch, but she does fail. So she does not see anything with her aura sight.
Okay. Um. So in that case, um,
She would
percep-
extend a hand. Katja von Essen.
perception plus empathy.
Yes. Difficulty 8 minus your level of aspects. You can literally just copy and paste the one that I did
Okay.
and adjust as needed.
Yeah. Perception and empathy. Ugh, I have less dice than you do on that. I'm not even gonna bother. Oh well. Well, might as well. Doesn't hurt to try. So it's sorry. So it's roll.
Well, you can perceive someone's main color of their aura just at 2 successes. So,
Okay. Um. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll because um you never know. So it's roll slash R 3d10. Um, what is the rest of that you roll?
that is greater than or equal to difficulty 5,
Okay.
fails on a 1.
All right. Hold on.
That depends on your difficulty though. How high is your aspects?
My aspects is sitting at. Hold on. Where did my
Because that will
difficulty?
determine your difficulty.
It's 3. I have
3,
3.
so it'll be the same as Katya's
Greater
because
than
she's got 3 levels of aspects as well.
So greater than or equal to 5.
Yep, 5F1, which means 1 is a total failure and will eliminate a success.
I have 0 successes as well.
Okay, so we do not know whether one another are kindred or not. Katya can assume because she did not appear to be bothered by Castiel. So,
Um. So might I ask your name?
Katya von Essen, my dear.
I see. I must say you own quite a lovely establishment. I used to be a patron of such an establishment back home. Um,
Why,
my name
thank you.
my name is Charlotte Monroe, and I'm new here. I just arrived
I,
in town.
I would have figured. I have seen your face before.
Do
I have an eye for faces.
you? That's quite a talent. Hmm. So that gentleman who escorted me in was quite astounding, I must say, and handsome, of course. Um,
Yes, Castiel has been a very long time friend.
wow. Friends are always good to have, I should say. Um, Now I don't mean to be rude, but I'm quite new here and know nothing of the goings on, and I'm very curious to see what's happening in this city. Would you be able to help me with that at all?
I believe I could help.
And what would that necessarily cost me?
She would wave the bartender down. Order whatever you like.
Ah, Cabernet Sauvignon, please. And she says it with a really like a perfect French accent too. When she says that, you don't have anything else to drink, do you?
Of course. She would give the bartender that look, and he would bring two glasses out when he comes back.
What does the bartender look like?
You know what? He's got skills in bartending, so I'm just gonna toss her other blood sibling behind the bar. Oop. This is the fellow standing behind the bar. Probably dressed much more nicely than he is in his overlay, but
Hmm. Oh, let me see.
yes, he would place down two glasses on the bar. One is obviously the wine you requested. The other is a much thicker, more viscous liquid.
Of course it is. Hmm.
And
Well,
if you have your heightened senses active, it is very obvious from the moment it's set on the counter that it's blood.
she does not have her heightened senses activated at the moment. No. She does. Wait, I don't think that she's got that.
Heightened senses is level 1 aspects, so
Yeah.
she has it. All you
I
have to do is say she activates it.
yeah, I know because it's free. I was just checking merits. That's all. Um,
Ah,
she just sniffs it, and she can probably tell. Doesn't need heightened senses to tell that it's blood. Um, and she'll take that drink instead of the wine that's given to her. But she will take a. She'll open her purse and put a however much the glass of wine cost, and pay for it.
Conrad would take the money and head on over to the register. That'll be all for now, Conrad darling. I'll call you if we need you. Of course, Miss Von Essen. And he would head off back behind the bar into the back room.
So, Katya, is it?
Yes.
Um, Very beautiful, I must say. Are you she's like looks around for a moment to see if is there anybody, there's nobody else in the bar, it's just the two of them, right?
At the moment, no, it's just the two of them.
So, uh, what
Though now that I know you are indeed one of us, I should give you the full introduction. Katja von Essen, Primogen of Clan Tremere.
that sparks her interest a little bit, her eyes light up. I see. And It's very, very nice to make your acquaintance. I have unfortunately not had the pleasure of meeting the prince, but I hope that will happen soon.
Oh, I'm sure. I will contact Seneschal Hennessy and make arrangements.
I very much appreciate that. I haven't heard much of Mr. Thrain, but um, he seems to he
He,
entices
c-
me. I think,
he comes from strong blood, that's for certain.
as any Ventru must. Out of character, he is a Ventru, right? I'm assuming that
Yes,
he is.
yes, he is the
Okay,
grandchild of Prince Mithras.
right.
So,
Okay, so of course. So,
seriously, little dude. Hi, Nelson.
Hi.
oh look,
Yay, it's an Ambrose.
oh look,
So,
oh La Sombra. Great,
so,
one of
yes,
my
he
favorites.
would actually probably be with her now that, Nelson is here, because he has not left Katya's side in days. You
Neat.
are okay, buddy. Hang
So,
on.
Unlike some people, the sheriff.
so, um, um, if you're there, Ambrose, correct?
Yes, I'm here.
Um, if you're with Katya, are you with Katya in the bar?
Yes, yes, you will.
So,
Oh,
if
oh, I didn't see we were live. Yes, yes.
you're not,
Ambroise is with Sketcher in
that's okay.
Dublin.
So, if you are in the bar with Katya, you will see before you a woman who looks to be about, give or take, 26 years old. She has auburn hair, blue eyes, pale skin. She's wearing flawless makeup. She's dressed in designer. She's got gloves on. She's wearing gloves. Um, and she's had just had a delicious glass of blood. Um, and she is conversing with Katya at the moment about the prince.
Oh, I should also introduce you. Ambrose, darling, introduce yourself. Where are my manners?
And he'll bow. Probably take her hand and place his lips upon it. I am Ambrose Louveau, member of. Are we alone here? I'm assuming it's all kindred here.
Yes, yes, we are alone.
When she
Member of member of Clan La Sombra. And he'll bow. There's a little smirk when he says that. Maybe he's waiting to see your reaction.
she kind of looks inquisitive at that. Well, Sombra, you say?
Worry not, he has been accepted within the domain by Prince Thrain. All is well.
I see. Well, um, uh, she says in French, do you speak French because of your last name?
And he'll answer in French too. Yes, I am. I was born in France. I served in the First World War.
Did you really? I was in Paris during the First World War.
I moved around, but well, it's where I died.
I suppose we
At
moved in different circles at that point in time, but it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well. Um, anyways, I would very much appreciate if you could contact the seneschal so I may meet the prince. Um,
Of
and
course.
and yes, so I'm sorry. I've never had the pleasure of meeting a La Sombra before, but I have heard things.
we
And
are
and
interesting.
things
Sorry, go ahead.
are untrue, of course.
Well, Unfortunately, there are many of us who are foolish enough to follow the chaotic ways of the Sabbat. Now, if I dare say so myself, I am ashamed to say I was once part of them, but I have seen the light.
I see. Well, I'm glad to meet you. She is speaking in an English accent, a rather refined English accent. Um,
Yeah, it would be noted that Katya's accent is rather thick and very, very German.
and she does have like a more, not a northern England, but a southern English accent. She's from London. Um, if you would know that. I see. Well, I was asking Katya. I was very curious about what's going on in the city at the moment. What's popular? What's
You have arrived at a tumultuous time, my dear.
I see. What makes
You
you
may want you may want to avoid parks. And he'll rub his forehead as he says this.
part?
She just,
Something rather unfortunate happened last night, didn't it? And he'll look at Gotcha.
yes, well, later that evening, other things happened, but I'll tell you about that in a moment.
I see. Oh, I mean,
At the moment, we are dealing with a war on several fronts.
war
Yes, we are at war right now, my dear.
with whom?
The Sabbat.
That and a red list.
That too.
She kind of looks at you. She looks at Ambrose when he says that. I see. Well, maybe I came at a rather fortuitous time then. Perhaps you can use
We are
my.
also dealing with agents of the Black Hand infiltrating our city.
She hisses when you say that.
Not a fan.
that is
Can't say I am myself.
that is an understatement. I'm afraid. I unfortunately have had run-ins with them before.
I just had my first encounter with one of them. That is why my building is under construction.
Let's see.
Um, Charlotte, you will notice a woman that is almost 6 feet. She's quite tall. She's about the normal height of a man. Clearly built. Um, she's been working out. That's for damn sure. And she's not dressed for the occasion. Let's say she's wearing. She looks as though she's probably either going to the gym or came from the gym, more or less. She comes in and she just looks around, and she looks over at you guys and she just waves and will come closer.
And as she approaches, Katya would, for the first time, step down off of uh, the seat that she was sitting on. This is the first time you see just how short she actually is. She's only about 5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and throw up a photo of her outfit because this outfit is just too cute to waste.
When Katya gets off the stool, Charlotte will do the same. She will follow suit.
And she would move over and, greet Emily with a hug.
Yeah, Emily just like, whoa, what's okay. She kind of just
Just accept it, Emily dear.
right.
Oh.
You'll notice that this Emily person just like kind of pats Katja on the back. She doesn't just like kind of just pats her and then
Right.
just it's quite stiff when she does it.
Oh,
Okay.
boy, it's working as when he sees Emily being all awkward.
So okay, that's hi. Is there a new person?
Shall we move to a booth? It's getting rather crowded at the bar.
Oh, right, sure. Um, Ellen just
Can I
looks at
get you
you for a
anything?
moment and just hello. I don't believe I've seen you before.
I don't believe I've seen you before either. I'm new in Dublin.
Okay.
When
Uh,
she speaks with a very thick English accent. I'm
okay.
not going to describe what she's wearing again because you probably already heard it.
Yeah. She Emily will just put out a hand. Emily Stevenson.
Nice to meet you. She, instead of shaking your hand, she does that whole European like cheek kiss thing.
Yeah. Emily sets us up, and her eyes doesn't go wide but close. She just stands there.
And she kind of like uh, backs away after she does that. It's nice to meet you.
Right. Yeah, clearly.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't mean that. I mean, right. Um,
Emily, dear,
Yeah.
we have some news that needs to be said.
oh, fuck. Oh,
So
well.
I will get us some drinks and meet you all at a booth.
Okay.
I have,
Sorry, what was your name?
my name is Charlotte Monroe. It's nice to meet you. Katya dear, is it possible to make a request?
Of course.
Could you make sure that there's something special in line?
Mm, by that you mean?
Something with alcohol. I would
Okay,
prefer that.
I can do that.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate it.
Emily. Emily will go over to a booth, and we'll just, sit down. So, so what's the big thing?
Katya would set all the drinks down, including one in the manner that she knows Emily prefers it. Because she has figured that out by now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Your,
Kieran,
your kid is having a lot of fun, apparently.
stop it! Now he's mad that I, told him to go away. It's about Monique.
Emily seems to just snap to attention. Just looks at you.
Who is Monique?
A member of your clan that, well, unfortunate events happened to her last night.
Here's the thing.
She
Charlotte
has not stated her clan.
Oh, she hasn't? Okay, so.
She hasn't disclosed her clan.
So she was a member of clan Tordor.
What happened?
Who ran into unfortunate events last night, and he'll look to Gotcha.
Don't bullshit me. What happened?
We were all here in the bar last evening, and Ambrose was assaulted with some kind of thaumaturgical ritual. Given that a combination of my gifts of the blood can allow me to see the stain of these rituals, we followed it. We came upon one of Aishar's childer.
God. So sorry. sorry. Question. When it comes to knowing, I guess, politics or like why somebody was red listed, what kind of role would that be?
Do you,
Intelligence politics.
Yeah,
Intelligence, politics, or
or actually no, intelligence, kindred lore, 'cause
kindred law.
kindred specific.
Kindred specific. Okay, so
Like maybe if we had stated his name. Oh wait, you have stated his name.
She did say
Yeah.
his name
yes.
just now, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, snack. That was
Would
all
it
it took.
be? It would be vampire lore plus intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence plus vampire lore.
Okay, so that's 3. What would be the difficulty for that?
Standard difficulty. Most members of the Camarilla should know the red list.
Well, so that's the thing is I have politics with a specialty in Camarilla politics, so I'm not sure.
Oh, so maybe roll politics.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that
politics.
then.
Okay, so that's what would be the difficulty? So it'd be
Just difficulty 6.
Standard difficulty.
Yeah,
difficulty
standard.
6.
greater than or equal to 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
F1.
I'm still getting the hang of this.
That's fine.
I mean,
Next.
I'm lazy, so I just write /R and then the dice, and then I just calculate it afterwards myself. But
I got 3 successes.
yourself.
I got
Oh,
3
yeah.
successes on
Oh
that.
yeah, you know precisely who Ishar is, why he was red listed.
Why was he red listed?
He is an infernalist who is trying to destroy the world.
Okay.
Pretty good reason, actually.
Yeah, okay. That's a good reason to be red listed. All right. I just for character knowledge, for personal, like for me as a player, so I know what the fuck's going on. Rolling is important. Okay.
Yes.
Please continue. Sorry.
We ran into one of his childer in the park. She was sat in the middle of a massive ritual circle with a cauldron. Monique kicked over the cauldron,
Fuck.
interrupting the ritual, thus completing it. Her soul was ripped from her body and replaced with something else.
My.
I am sorry to do this, guys, but I think this calls for something.
Frenzy check? Yeah. Shit. Not a single fucking one of us can take you down if...
I just want to say that my character is not sitting towards like on the inside of the booth. She's sitting on the outside of the booth, so she has to move.
No. I got this. Don't
Okay,
worry.
she will.
I will spend a willpower point just
Okay.
to make this
Good idea.
scene as
Unlikely.
Oh
as
yeah,
possible.
she doesn't. Has 2 successes. There's nothing that. But it's quite clear that Emily just like something doesn't snap,
Gotcha.
but
Would reach out her hand and kind of take Emily's hand and squeeze it gently.
She quite all right.
She was close to Monique.
See, I'm so sorry.
she squeezes back, and she does so with quite a bit of force.
Katya would wince just a little bit.
And as soon as you do, Emily will just like, "Oh, sorry."
It's okay, dear. It's okay. I understand.
So
If I had to guess, her soul has been taken to the Shadowlands.
You said she was
taken to the Shadowlands.
Yes.
One of the many realms that lay beyond ours.
She looks at Katya.
I think you're thinking precisely what I'm thinking.
Is it possible?
Possible, yes.
You do
Easy.
have that watch,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
first we would need to remove the demon that is inhabiting her body
right.
without
And we need to
destroying
find
her
it.
body.
We need to find her soul in
In
The
the
Shadowlands.
Shadowlands.
Yes.
And that, I'm guessing, from what I know, it requires a Giovanni, right?
Well, I do believe we can talk to Mr. de Medici. After all, he has that event coming up on Friday. I
All
can
right.
see what I can do then.
What event?
There is a grand gala being hosted by our local. I suppose you could call him the Don of the Giovanni.
Ah, how
A
interesting.
darling man by the name of Florin de Medici.
Yeah, when he's not decking people.
Well,
Like
to be fair, that man deserved it.
Yeah, I suppose
a
you're right.
banking joke, but I don't feel like this is an appropriate moment to do so.
I mean, the man called him Don Corleone. I would be offended as well.
I mean, I'm not. Actually, he had it pretty much had it coming. That
He did
was
have
a
it
little too
coming.
stupid,
you,
even for someone like me.
you said that Moni was of Clan Toreador, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
She was the childer of our Master of the Harpies.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm a member of the Rose Garden myself, and feel
I
like
had a feeling you were of Glentordo.
what gave it away.
Now, we cannot judge by looks. I mean,
A red English rose, if ever there was any, of course. But I feel like it is my familial obligation to offer you my assistance, should you require it. Of course, we are all kindred here, I think.
yes.
Well,
We might just need a lot of help with this, but thanks.
of course. Whatever help I can supply you with, I don't mind helping. It'd
Right.
be my pleasure.
What do you do occupation wise?
Oh, well, I did own a club in New Orleans by the name of Shadows and Veils. You may have heard of it. It's rather famous. Um, Unfortunately,
You'll notice that Emily just slowly face palms.
Yes. I
unfortunately,
went there when I was in New Orleans one time,
Why am I not surprised?
visiting from Orlando when I was living there.
unfortunately, being in the old French opera house, history has a tendency of repeating itself, and well, there was a fire.
Right.
It's no more.
Right. But it's what do you call it? It's not a strip thing, but it's close, right?
It was a burlesque club.
Ah, there we go.
Burlesque cabaret.
Yeah, it's fine. It's I got it.
You'll
Oh,
have,
boy, is he laughing.
you will have to excuse Emily. She is quite awkward when it
No, it's
to
fine.
such
Like it's
discussions.
I understand. I I understand. I was like that too
good.
at one point
Thank
in
you.
time.
If I
I all right. I have to figure out this clock thing, and I'll get back to you.
Of course.
Some boys will look at Gotcha. If only she knew the things we did to each other.
Okay. I gotta go somewhere
Ambrose.
else now, and you guys have great
Ambrose,
That's
darling.
just
Heaven's sake.
Well,
Emily, I was joking. Please
Yeah, but
stay with us.
it's like it's.
There is
I still
another.
don't get why most of us like we're dead. Like why? Why is that? Why is it a thing? I
There
don't
is
get it.
another update on the Ishar situation, my dear.
Okay.
I
When we
don't.
went to the asylum the other night, I was given a phone number by one of the men there. I can only assume he was from the Order of Hermes, as he seemed to possess magic. We met up last night at Trinity College. He wanted to rebuild the seal that was broken at the asylum.
All right.
While we figured out that that wasn't possible, we did find something that could feasibly destroy Aishar's soul and prevent any of this from happening.
Well,
Aishar is a manifestation of all of the 7 sins. And one thing is powerful enough to counteract all of them.
What is
True love.
true love?
And it just so happens, Emily, if you do recall, that a vial of true love was sold at the auction last month.
who bought it?
I'm having trouble recalling her name, but the other young man did seem to be aware of who she was.
Well, if that's what it takes, we're gonna find it, and we're gonna make certain that this douchebag is gone soon. Hopefully. That's well, it's not exactly good news, but it's sorry.
It's something that we can use against him.
I know, I know. It's just a lot of information, and she's holding a hand up to her side of her face, just covering one of her eyes. She says, "The whole thing, Monique. I think I need thanks for the info, and I'll be in touch soon. But I think I need some time for
Of
myself."
course, you take time. It's something that isn't always easy to process.
No, it isn't.
She would lean over and give her a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah. Again, even despite that she's thinking of something else, clearly, again, she reacts to it. Doesn't seem to know exactly what to do with that, but she gets up and she will just like almost apologize for leaving to everyone around the table, but somewhat clunky, and she doesn't curtsy or anything. She just bows quite stiffly. And
Boys might actually tell her, Emily, you don't have to apologize. It's all right.
no, it's okay. Right. Sure. And she begins to walk off.
Charlotte will. Oh, she's gonna get up and
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
and hurriedly walk over to Emily before she leaves the building or the bar itself, and places. She kind of like puts her arms on Emily's arms and looks up at her and says, "It's okay. We'll get Monique back. I don't know her, but I am somewhat old, and I'll do everything in my power to help her, okay?"
She stops. She looks back and says, "Right. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
And she'll just kind of take her arms off of Emily's and cross them in front of her, and make sure that she leaves the building safely.
Yeah, she. You can see that the reason she's been holding a hand over the side of her face is there's a bit of blood smear, as in she's
Crying.
yeah, at least a couple of tears.
Mm-hmm.
But she's cleaned it up pretty much. It's
Right.
quite hard to say, but you know what to look for.
She actually manifests a handkerchief and walks over to Emily and hands it to her.
Oh, thanks. She seems a bit embarrassed. As she dries it off and just says, thanks for that. I'll be in contact with people." And she doesn't run out, but almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it should be stated too, because I just realized if we're at the hotel bar, yeah, Amboise does have a massive two-fucking-handed sword with him.
He has a sword.
Yes.
Yep. Two-handed one. It's huge.
And Katya would also have her handgun kind of off to the side.
Yeah, you don't necessarily see Charlotte carrying weapons of any kind. That doesn't mean she doesn't have them, obviously, but you don't see them on her. She'll walk back over to the table or the booth, kind of look quizzically, and ask, "Who was that young woman?"
Emily
She's a good
Stevens.
friend. She's a neonate of Clan Gangrel.
So she's new. How new? If you don't mind my
I
asking.
am actually not sure.
I hate to ask a woman's age, but
Peter, I don't think
Yeah, I think
I don't think Katya actually knows this. Like,
no, but it's been. I mean, she's talked to Francis about it, so I don't think it's like state secrets. From what you've gathered, it's a couple of years,
okay.
2, 3, 4-ish.
okay.
So quite young.
I see.
I know she was only just recently released from under the accounting of the former Gangrel Primogen, but
See.
as far as actual age, I'm unsure.
Does she hold a court position or?
She does not. Well, no. Recently, she was appointed as one of Francis's hounds.
Ha ha ha! Was she really? I see.
Yes.
Interesting. Not to insult Hound, but she does seem rather young to be appointed in such a position.
She's young, but she's strong.
She's a very capable young woman. She saved not only my life, but Francis's the night we went into our former Elysium.
See. Well, then she has certainly proven herself. I'm sorry. Sometimes the subtleties of politics are lost on me, and I don't wish to be seen as rude.
Of course not. After all, we all look as we did when we were embraced.
Okay. We'll see
Bye,
you later.
Peter.
Bye, Peter. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, same. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm actually gonna have to leave soon too, so
Okay, so we'll kind of try to wrap this up.
So Crimson of Clan Tremere, Ambrose, Laveau, Clan La Sombra, Emily Stevenson, Clan Gangrel, Hound of Dublin. Are there more than one?
Truth be told, I'm not sure. I never really put much thought into it.
It's the
It's a position I'm not very familiar with.
the prince's prerogative. He signs what he chooses.
The sheriff is the one who appointed her.
Oh, I see.
Francis is such a dear, but
Francis
The sheriff.
he is our sheriff.
of Clan.
Toreador.
Toreador.
Interesting. It's not what I expected. But
Most don't expect a Toreador sheriff.
it's not a position we Toreador normally decide to claim, but some of us don't necessarily stick to that stereotype.
He is quite the warrior, I will admit. I've seen him in battle, and he is impressive.
I should like to meet him.
I'm sure he would like to meet you as well.
And
And there's some very clear double entendre there in her voice.
I see. Well, I'm sure that will come to fruition at some point. I am in a little bit of a predicament, however. I have not met the prince, and I don't have anywhere to stay right now.
While we may not be functioning as a hotel currently, I can offer you a room. At least until you find your own place.
I would very much appreciate that. And I'm willing to pay, of course.
Yes, the rooms here are not cheap, I will admit, but that's what you get when you wish to stay in a castle.
Do I look like I stay in cheap hotels?
Very true.
Anyways, I do appreciate that, and I won't forget it. I do have someone with me, and
a ghoul, I'm assuming.
Of course, been with me for quite some time. A gift.
Of course, they are also welcome to stay.
I appreciate that. Would he be allowed a room as well?
Of course. It's not like I'm going to make him sleep in a barn.
She just giggles. Okay. Well, I will actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to step outside and make a phone call right quick and to have him take my luggage up to the room.
Of course. There should be someone at the front desk that can get you room keys and anything else you might need.
Charlotte's actually gonna step out and go do that, and I think that's actually where I'm gonna call it for today.
Yep, okay. And I will close out the scene.
That was fun.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Darkness in Dublin. See you next time.